Well, welcome back to the channel, and I'm out in the van again. I'm not in Scotland, I am this time in Northumberland, so I've come north again. We are now just heading into autumn, so the leaves are starting to change. So I spotted this location some time ago, but waited until the leaves have started to go over. Hopefully it's going to have a little bit more interest. So the first one here is going to be of a mill. This is a very old, narrow road. As you can see, probably just over my shoulder there, got the bridge. From that bridge I should be able to see the scene that I've come to take. I'm just going to have to leave you here though. What I'm going to do, I'm going to have to go to the bridge. There's no room in terms of a tripod and stuff like that, so I'm going handheld, and I'm going to get this mill first, and then I'm going to wander downstream and try and get a photo of the bridge as well. Hopefully it's going to turn out okay. So I'll just leave you here. I'm going to have a wander over, so bear with. I feel like I'm slightly in the way here. So this is the scene as I can see it. It's fairly straightforward. Mill to the right. Oh, camera's focused on my finger. And then we've just got the river running down through the middle of the scene. So there's a car coming. I'm going to take this one, and then I'll leave it at that. So I've made it down to the river. It was a little bit of a sketchy walk down, to be honest, through the hedgerows. Brody seemed to enjoy it. I'm not sure where he is at the minute. All I can see is a load of branches moving around. Brody! Here he comes. Good boy. Stay there. So yeah, so I've got this shot, as you can see in camera now. I'd like to be further across into the centre of the river, or ideally actually on the other side there, because I'd be able to get more of the bridge in, but I can't get across. It's too deep. My wellies aren't big enough, and yeah, the river's just a little bit too high for that. So I'm going to take this shot anyway and see how it turns out. I will look at fitting my polarizer, as you can probably see on the video just above me here, that I'm getting a lot of glare from the water. So fitting a polarizer should cut some of that down and make it look a little bit better. So I'm just going to fit that, bring it back into camera, and we'll see how that looks. As you can see, I don't really enjoy walking through the water. It's actually quite fast flowing, but just have to put up with it. Right, so let's just pop that on.
Try not to drop it in.
Okay, so I'll put you back into camera now, and we'll see what difference we can get with this polarizer fitted. So as you can see, as I spin that, and continue spinning, you can see the reflections going up, but also then we should get to a point where we've got less. Can't get rid of it all, but we can reduce it. Also brings out some of the colours, increases the saturation of things like the leaves, so that should be quite a nice shot. So I'm going to take this one. I might try it with some ND filters on there as well, just to slow the shutter speed down a little bit more, blur some of that water, see how it looks. So I'm going to take this shot, and I'll post this one up, and then we'll try again with the filter on. So I'll be back in a second. I'm also going to move this tree out of the way. Actually, do I need a filter? It's quite dark today, so if I just, yeah, we can get a third of a second there, which might be just enough. The third of the second is actually quite nice. Try a little bit more, half a second. it's not too much. Sometimes you can get too much streaking. I like to keep a little bit more texture still in the water, so yeah, that's kind of come out nice. Go for a quarter of a second again. But this foreground here is just looking a little bit mushy. So what I will do is fit one of my ND filters and slow it down even more, just so I can smooth this out, but then just blend the two images together and see how they look. So we'll just do that. So that was 3 seconds that time. It has made it very blurred, but it just smooths everything out and just tidies everything up a little bit. But it also keeps a little bit of movement in the water. So what I'm going to actually do is probably keep the third of a second, so a quarter of a second shot that I had of the rapid or the waterfall. It's not quite rapids, waterfall there, not even a waterfall, more of a cascade. And then what I'll do, I'll blend it with the longer shutter speed that I've got down here in the foreground, because it just smooths it out and it will kind of tie it in with the flat area at the top there as well. I'll post this one up as well. You can see the difference in the shots and see which you prefer. Put it in the comments. It's always good to get a little bit of feedback that way. If I can get across the river, I might try. That's it for this episode. Probably quite a quick video, just a couple of shots. The leaves haven't quite turned as much as I was hoping, but they still add a nice bit of colour to the scene, so that's all good. I also managed to get the drone out and fly that over the top of the river. Got it to roughly about where I wanted it to be. Managed to get a shot from there. Also managed to get an ND filter onto the drone as well and slow that shutter speed down a little bit and just blur the water out. I think a quarter of a second is what I got it down to. Brody has had a nice time. He's enjoyed himself in the river and he's now wet and smelly. But from Brody and myself, thanks for watching and hopefully we will see you on the next one.